Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday English Channel. I'm Sarah, and I'm so glad you're here with us today.
And I'm Jack. Today we're talking about something really important, something we all experience but don't always know how to express. We're talking about feelings.
About feelings, the emotions we carry inside us every single day. Happy, sad, angry, scared, excited, worried. They're all part of being human, and learning to talk about them, that's a skill that can change your life.
Can change your life. And if you're learning English, this is essential vocabulary. These are words you'll use in real conversations, with friends, with family, with doctors, with teachers. So please hit that like button and subscribe to Everyday English Channel. Your support helps us create more content like this.
More content to help you communicate better. And Jack reads every single comment. So tell us how you're feeling today. What emotions do you experience most often? What feelings are hardest to talk about? We want to hear from you.
We want to hear from you. But first, let's start with a simple question. Why is it so hard to talk about feelings?
That's the big question, isn't it? Because feelings are personal. They're vulnerable. When you tell someone how you feel, you're opening up. You're letting them see inside. And that can be scary.
Can be scary. What if they judge you? What if they don't understand? What if they think you're being too sensitive? These fears keep people silent, keep them holding everything inside.
Holding everything inside. And that's not healthy. Feelings don't disappear when we ignore them. They build up. They grow bigger. They come out in other ways. Maybe as physical pain. Maybe as anger. Maybe as sadness that won't go away.
Won't go away until we address it, until we acknowledge what we're feeling and why. That's the first step, just admitting to yourself what's going on inside.
What's going on inside? Sometimes we don't even know. We feel something uncomfortable, something off, but we can't name it, can't identify it. We just know something isn't right.
Isn't right, and that's okay. Feelings can be confusing. You can feel multiple things at once. You can feel happy and sad at the same time, excited and nervous together. Emotions aren't simple.
Aren't simple at all. Let's talk about the basic emotions, the ones everyone experiences. What are some feelings we should know how to express?
Happy. That's a good place to start. When things go well, when something makes you smile, when you feel light and good inside. That's happiness. And it's easy to share because people like hearing about happiness.
People like hearing about happiness. You can say, I'm happy, or I feel great, or I'm in a good mood today. Simple phrases that communicate positive feelings.
Positive feelings. But happiness has levels. You might be content, peaceful, satisfied, or you might be excited, thrilled, overjoyed. Different words for different intensities of happiness.
Different intensities matter because I'm happy is different from I'm ecstatic. One is calm pleasure, the other is intense joy. Using the right word helps people understand exactly how you feel.
Exactly how you feel. What about sadness? That's harder to talk about. People worry about bringing others down, about being a burden, so they hide sadness, pretend everything is fine.
Pretend everything is fine when it's not. But sadness is normal. It's human. Everyone feels sad sometimes, and talking about it helps. It releases pressure. It lets others support you.
Lets others support you if they know you need it. You can say, I'm feeling down, or I'm sad today, or I'm not doing so well. You don't have to explain why unless you want to.
Unless you want to, and that's important. You can share feelings without sharing details. You can say, I'm upset, without explaining what upset you. Setting boundaries is okay.
Is okay and necessary. What about anger? That's a big one, a feeling people really struggle with, because anger can be explosive, destructive, scary.
Scary for the person feeling it and the people around them. But anger is also natural. It tells us something is wrong, that a boundary was crossed, that we're frustrated or hurt or feeling powerless.
Feeling powerless. Anger often comes from other emotions underneath. You might be angry because you're actually scared, or hurt, or disappointed. Anger is like a guard dog protecting more vulnerable feelings.
More vulnerable feelings hiding underneath. So when you're angry, it helps to ask yourself what else you're feeling. What's the anger protecting? What's underneath it?
What's underneath might be the real issue. And you can express anger in healthy ways. You can say, I'm frustrated, or that made me angry, or I feel disrespected. Words instead of actions.
Words instead of actions. That's key. Talking about anger releases it safely, lets it out without hurting anyone, gives others a chance to understand and respond.
To understand and respond. What about fear, anxiety, worry? These feelings are so common, especially in our busy, complicated world.
In our busy world where there's always something to worry about, money, health, relationships, work, the future, our minds can spiral into fear so easily.
So easily once the worry starts. And fear lives in our bodies too. Racing heart, tight chest, sweaty palms, shaky hands. Physical sensations that make anxiety worse.
Make anxiety worse when we don't address it, but talking about fear helps. You can say, I'm worried about this, or I feel anxious, or I'm scared. Simple admissions that fear exists, that fear is okay. Everyone gets scared. Everyone worries. You're not weak for feeling afraid. You're human, and naming the fear often makes it smaller.
Makes it smaller somehow. What scares you loses some power when you say it out loud, when you bring it into the light, when you share it with someone you trust.
Someone you trust. That's important. Not everyone deserves to hear your feelings. Some people are safe, understanding, supportive. Others might dismiss you or judge you or make things worse.
Make things worse by minimizing your feelings, by saying things like, just be positive, or other people have it worse, or you're overreacting. Those responses shut people down.
Shut people down and stop sharing, because if someone dismisses your feelings once, you won't trust them next time. You'll keep things to yourself, suffer alone.
Suffer alone when you could have support. That's why choosing to talk to matters. Look for people who listen, who validate, who show empathy and understanding.
Empathy and understanding are gifts. When someone really listens to your feelings without trying to fix them or judge them, when they just hear you and accept what you're experiencing. What you're experiencing is real to you. That's what matters. You don't need to justify your feelings. You don't need to prove they're valid. If you feel it, it's real.
It's real. Let's talk about how to express feelings effectively, because there's a difference between healthy expression and unhealthy venting.
Unhealthy venting is when you dump all your emotions on someone without consideration, when you rant and rage without taking responsibility, when you make your feelings everyone else's problem.
Everyone else's problem instead of sharing in a way that invites connection. Healthy expression uses I statements. I feel sad instead of you made me sad, taking ownership of your emotions.
Of your emotions, because ultimately, feelings come from inside us. Other people and situations can trigger feelings, but the feelings themselves are ours. We're responsible for how we handle them.
How we handle them makes all the difference. You can feel angry without yelling. You can feel sad without shutting everyone out. You can feel scared without panicking. Feelings and reactions are separate.
Are separate things. This is hard to remember when emotions are intense, when you're flooded with feeling. In those moments, pause, breathe, give yourself space before responding.
Before responding or saying something you'll regret. Strong feelings pass. They rise like waves and then they fall. If you can ride out the intensity, thinking becomes clearer.
Becomes clearer after the peak. That's when you can express what you felt, what triggered it, what you need, communication instead of reaction.
Communication is the goal, and timing matters. If someone just came home from work, stressed, maybe wait to discuss your hurt feelings. If you're exhausted, maybe save the big conversation for tomorrow.
For tomorrow, when you have energy, when you can think clearly, when you can express yourself well, there's no rush, feelings will wait. What matters is addressing them eventually.
Addressing them eventually, not letting days or weeks or months pass with unspoken emotions building walls between you and the people you care about.
Between you and the people you need most. Let's talk about specific phrases. How do you start a conversation about feelings? What do you actually say?
Actually say? Good question. You might start with, "Can we talk?" Or "I need to share something with you." Or "I've been feeling something and I want to tell you about it."
Tell you about it. These openings signal that something important is coming. They give the other person a chance to prepare, to shift into listening mode.
Into listening mode rather than catching them off guard. Then you share, simply, honestly. "I've been feeling anxious lately," or "I'm struggling with sadness," or "I feel hurt by what happened."
By what happened. Specific is better than general. "I felt hurt when you forgot my birthday" is clearer than "you never care about me." One is a feeling about a specific event. The other is an accusation.
An accusation puts people on defense, makes them want to argue or justify. But sharing a feeling invites understanding. "When you canceled our plans, I felt disappointed and unimportant," tells them your experience.
Your experience without blaming. They might not have known how you felt. They might not have intended to hurt you. Sharing feelings gives them information they need to do better.
To do better next time. And after you share, listen to their response. Maybe they have an explanation. Maybe they have feelings too. Maybe they need to share something.
To share something they've been holding. Because when one person opens up, it often gives others permission. Vulnerability is contagious in the best way.
In the best way. What about positive feelings? We should talk about those too, because expressing joy and gratitude and love is just as important as sharing pain.
As sharing pain, may be more important, because positive expressions strengthen relationships, build connection, create good feelings between people.
Between people who care about each other. You can say, "I'm so grateful for you," or "You make me happy," or "I love spending time with you." Simple words that mean everything.
That mean everything to the person hearing them. We all need to know we matter, that we're valued, that we bring joy to someone's life. Don't assume people know. Tell them.
Tell them often, not just once, not just on special occasions. Regularly, consistently. Let the people you love know how they make you feel.
How they make you feel. "I felt proud watching you today," or "Your support means so much to me," or "I'm excited about our plans." These statements create positive energy.
Positive energy that lifts everyone up, and it's good for you too. Expressing gratitude and joy actually increases those feelings, makes you notice more good things, creates an upward spiral.
An upward spiral of positivity. What about difficult feelings in professional settings, at work or school? How do you express emotions appropriately there?
That's tricky, because professional settings have different rules. You can't be as open or emotional as you are with close friends or family.
With close friends, you can cry or rant or be messy. At work, you need more control, more professionalism. But that doesn't mean hiding all feelings.
Hiding all feelings. You can still express concerns. "I'm feeling overwhelmed by this workload," or "I'm frustrated by this technical issue," or "I'm anxious about meeting this deadline."
Meeting this deadline. These are professional ways to communicate that something is difficult, that you're struggling, that you might need help or more time.
More time or support. Good managers appreciate this communication. It helps them understand what's happening, adjust expectations, provide resources you need to succeed.
You need to succeed. And if you're in a toxic environment where expressing any feelings is seen as weakness, that's information. That tells you something about the workplace culture.
The workplace culture matters. Healthy environments allow people to be human, to admit when things are hard, to ask for what they need. That's not weakness. That's honesty.
That's honesty that leads to better outcomes, because pretending everything is fine when it's not doesn't help anyone. It leads to burnout, mistakes, resentment.
Resentment that builds over time. Let's talk about cultural differences in expressing feelings, because this varies so much around the world.
Around the world, some cultures encourage emotional expression. People talk about feelings openly, share freely, show emotions physically.
Physically through touch and facial expressions and body language. In these cultures, holding back feelings seems cold, disconnected. People expect emotional honesty.
Emotional honesty as the norm, but other cultures value emotional restraint, keeping feelings private, maintaining composure, not burdening others with personal struggles.
Personal struggles are handled internally or with very close family only. In these cultures, excessive emotional expression seems immature, dramatic, inappropriate.
Inappropriate for public or semi-public settings. Neither approach is wrong, they're just different. And if you're communicating across cultures, understanding these differences helps.
Helps you interpret behavior correctly. Someone from a reserved culture isn't cold because they don't share feelings openly. Someone from an expressive culture isn't dramatic because they show emotions.
Show emotions in ways that feel normal to them. When learning English, pay attention to the cultural context you're in. Watch how native speakers in your environment handle feelings.
Handle feelings and adjust accordingly. But remember, individual differences matter too. Not everyone in a culture fits the pattern. Some people are naturally more or less expressive than their cultural norm.
What about children and feelings? How do we teach kids to express emotions healthily?
Healthily from the start. Children feel everything intensely. Their emotions are big and immediate. They haven't learned to regulate or suppress yet.
To regulate or suppress. And that's actually beautiful. Children show us what pure feeling looks like before we learn to hide, before we learn shame.
Shame about emotions. Our job is to help children name feelings, to give them vocabulary. You seem angry, or I see you're frustrated, or that made you happy.
Made you happy. Naming emotions helps children understand what they're experiencing, gives them tools to communicate instead of just acting out.
Acting out when they don't have words. A tantrum is often just overwhelming emotion with no outlet, no way to express what's happening inside.
What's happening in that little body and big feelings. So we teach them words. We validate their emotions. It's okay to feel sad, or everyone gets angry sometimes, or being scared is normal.
Is normal and nothing to be ashamed of. We never say stop crying, or don't be sad, or you're fine. Those messages teach children to hide feelings, to distrust their own emotions.
Their own emotions, which are real and valid. Instead, we say, I see you're upset, tell me about it. Or, those feelings are big, let's take some deep breaths together.
Together, because they're not alone. We're with them. We'll help them through the feeling. And this teaches emotional intelligence that serves them for life.
For life. These are skills everyone needs, adults too. Many adults never learned to handle emotions well, never got validation, never learned healthy expression.
Healthy expression is a skill. You can learn it at any age. It's never too late to start talking about your feelings more honestly.
More honestly, with yourself first. Before you can share feelings with others, you need to acknowledge them internally. Check in with yourself. How am I feeling right now?
Right now, in this moment. Not how you think you should feel, not how you wish you felt, how you actually feel. That takes practice. We're so used to ignoring or dismissing our own emotions.
Our own emotions that deserve attention. Try setting aside time each day, even 5 minutes. Sit quietly. Notice what you're feeling. Name it. Accept it.
Accept it without judgment. You don't have to like the feeling, you don't have to want it, but you can accept that it's there right now. That's enough to start with.
What about journaling, writing feelings down? That's another way to process emotions.
Process emotions privately. When you write, you don't have to worry about how someone will react. You can be completely honest, messy, raw.
Raw and real. Your journal doesn't judge you, doesn't dismiss you, doesn't tell you to be positive. It just holds your feelings exactly as they are.
As they are in that moment. And writing helps clarify thoughts. Sometimes you start writing about one feeling and discover another underneath. Writing reveals things.
Reveals things you didn't know you felt, or helps you understand why you feel a certain way. The act of putting feelings into words makes them clearer.
Makes them clearer and sometimes smaller, contained on a page instead of swirling in your head. There's relief in that.
In that, what about therapy, professional help for processing feelings? When should someone consider that?
Consider that. Therapy isn't just for severe problems. It's helpful whenever you want support understanding your emotions, learning better coping skills, processing difficult experiences.
Difficult experiences that you can't handle alone. Or maybe you could handle them, but having professional help makes it easier, less overwhelming, more manageable.
More manageable with someone trained to help. Therapists know how to ask questions that help you understand yourself better. They provide tools for emotional regulation.
Emotional regulation. That's managing the intensity of feelings, not suppressing them, not eliminating them, but learning to ride the waves without being swept away.
Swept away by emotion, because feelings can be intense, can feel like too much, like they'll never end. But they do. Everything passes eventually.
Eventually. That's something to remember when you're in the middle of hard feelings. This won't last forever. You've survived every difficult emotion you've ever had. You'll survive this one too.
This one too. And each time you feel something difficult and express it and work through it, you build resilience. You learn you can handle it.
Can handle it. You're stronger than you think, more capable, more resilient. Feelings don't break you. They're just part of the human experience.
The human experience includes the full range: joy and sorrow, peace and anxiety, love and fear. We need all of it. Each feeling teaches us something.
Teaches us something about ourselves, about what matters to us, about what we need, about who we are. Feelings are information, data from inside.
Data from inside that helps us navigate life. If we listen, if we pay attention, if we honor what we feel instead of dismissing it.
Dismissing it doesn't work anyway. Feelings demand attention eventually. Better to address them when they're small than wait until they're overwhelming.
Until they're overwhelming and erupting at the wrong time. Small, regular check-ins prevent big emotional explosions.
Big emotional explosions that surprise everyone, including you. Where did that come from, you ask? But it came from months of ignored feelings, building pressure, finally releasing.
Finally releasing when it can't be contained anymore. That's why talking about feelings matters. It's maintenance. It keeps things manageable. It prevents crises.
Prevents crises and strengthens relationships. When people share feelings honestly, they understand each other better, connect more deeply. Trust grows.
Trust grows because vulnerability creates intimacy. When you show someone your real feelings, you let them see the real you, not the polished version, the genuine one.
The genuine one. And that's who people want to know. Your real self. Not the mask you wear, not the performance. You.
You with all your feelings, happy and sad, and everything in between. That's beautiful. That's human. That's worth sharing.
Worth sharing with people who will handle it carefully, who will listen, who will care. Those people exist. Find them. Talk to them.
Talk to them when you're struggling, when you're celebrating, when you're confused, when you're grateful. Share your inner life with people who matter.
Who matter to you, and let them share theirs with you. That's friendship. That's love. That's connection. Mutual vulnerability and support.
Mutual support through all the feelings life brings. Because life brings everything, and we need each other to navigate it all.
Navigate it all together. Before we finish, let's summarize. How do you start talking about your feelings if you're not used to it?
If you're not used to it, start small. Pick one person you trust. Share one feeling. Keep it simple. I've been feeling stressed. Or I feel happy when we talk.
When we talk, notice how they respond. If they listen well, share a little more next time. Build slowly. Trust grows with positive experiences.
Positive experiences of being heard, being validated, being supported. That encourages more sharing, more openness, deeper connection.
Deeper connection over time. And practice recognizing your own feelings. Throughout the day, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Name it. Accept it.
Accept it without needing to change it. Just noticing is enough. Building that awareness is the foundation for everything else.
Everything else comes from knowing what you feel. You can't share what you don't recognize. You can't express what you don't acknowledge.
Don't acknowledge. So start there, with yourself, with honesty, with gentle attention to your inner life.
Your inner life matters. Your feelings matter. You matter. And learning to express emotions is a gift you give yourself and everyone around you.
Everyone around you who wants to know you, who wants to support you, who wants genuine connection. Give them that chance by being real.
By being real about how you feel. It's brave, it's vulnerable, it's necessary, and it's worth it.
It's worth it. Thank you all for being here today, for learning with us, for being willing to think about feelings and expression and communication.
Communication that connects us. Please share in the comments how you handle feelings. What helps you express emotions? What makes it difficult? What did you learn today? Tell us your experiences.
Your experiences help everyone learn. This is a community. We're all learning English together, learning communication together, learning to be more human together.
More human together. Please hit that like button. Share this video with friends learning English. Subscribe to Everyday English channel so you don't miss our future conversations.
Future conversations about real life, real topics, real English that you'll actually use. We're here to help you communicate better in every situation.
In every situation, including the vulnerable ones, including the emotional ones. You have the tools now. You have the words. Use them.
Use them to connect, to heal, to grow, to build better relationships, to live more authentically. Your feelings deserve expression. You deserve to be heard.
To be heard and understood. We're all in this together, feeling everything, trying to make sense of it, trying to communicate. And that's okay. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Take care of yourselves and each other. Feel your feelings. Share them when you're ready. And remember, you're not alone.
You're not alone. We're all feeling so much, and together we can learn to talk about it better.
Talk about it better. Until next time, be kind to yourself.
Be kind to yourself and others. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. See you next time.
See you next time on Everyday English Channel.